quite optimistic before the series started. I was wondering how you felt now, and is it a sense of a reality check for Pakistan fans?
Yeah, there obviously is. Yeah, and I sit here extremely disappointed because I know we've had our moments and we didn't take them, you know, and that's the disappointing part of it. Saying that, I thought South Africa were outstanding, particularly their bowling. Their bowling just kept coming and coming at us, and the one thing that was always going to be tested was our young batting group. A couple have come through nicely, and a couple maybe not, but that was always going to be tested, and that was always going to be. I think I said, optimistically, that if we were getting 270s and 280s, we were certainly in the game. At 180s in our first innings, we weren't, unfortunately.
Mickey, you played 2 test matches with 4 bowlers and 1 with 5. How do you evaluate how the 2 different experiments work? Do you think the 5 bowler strategy is a more stable knock-down?
Without a doubt. And I've always, as you know, Daniel, I've always been a massive advocate for 5 bowlers, but the key is having the all-rounder at 7. So Shadab was unfit for the first test. He was physically fit for the second, but probably short of cricket. So it would have been hard just dumping in there. But I think he showed in this test match that it gives us a real good flexibility. And we've got to play to our strength. That's the aggressive way to go. And we certainly 5 bowlers is our strength.
What kind of experience to take out from the series? We speak about a young batting group that should have probably taken the opportunities, especially giving 5 opportunities with those drop catches in this test match. What kind of experience do you think that this young batting group and this young side have come out of from this series?
There's a lot of positives in that department. I thought Babar Azam was outstanding. I think he's taken his cricket to another level, and the question marks that were always around Babar, I reckon, would certainly disappear now, because I'd say question marks around his test cricket. I thought the way he played this series was amazing, and he'll just go from strength to strength now. I thought Shan Masood played exceptionally well at the top of the order and at 3. I thought he did a hell of a good job for us. Asad Shafiq played two innings that were significant. And everybody sort of else chipped in along the way, but we didn't get enough runs clearly. But saying that as well, I thought the 430 obviously at Newlands was probably just too many from a very, very good bowling unit. So we've got some work to do, particularly in these conditions. So we'll go back and assess exactly where we want to be. We start our next test series in September. I think everybody goes into white ball mode now. We certainly have far better white ball team at the minute than we are test unit, but we'll get there. Again, we've realised the brand we want to play. We've had a look at personnel. We've had a look at who fits in and who's going to fit in going forward. So I'm pretty clear on the way we go, and certainly come September. September is the start of the Test Championships. So we've got to get a team that can play in all conditions, and we need to identify what those skill sets are.
At Newlands, you were quite critical on the pitches. Now, after the three test series is done, what do you make of it, and do you think South Africa tends to overdo it with the preparation for the
No, and again, just to clarify for those that were at the press conference, the pitches, and I'm talking back when I was coaching from 2005 to 2010. I'm all for home ground advantage, and there should always be home ground advantage without a doubt. But all you want is consistent bounce. So the wicket can have as much grass on as you want. Consistent bounce is the key, and I think we saw certainly at Centurion and at Cape Town there was inconsistent bounce on day 1. So that was my point. I don't mind when there's inconsistent bounce on day 4. That's what happens to a normal test wicket, but it shouldn't be happening on day 1.
Nicky, 18 months ago, Pakistan were faced with the task of replacing misspine Yunus. In the meantime, Azhar Ali's form dipped quite a bit too. He's averaged 128 in these last 18 months, and he's had a poor toe here. What do you put his struggles down to, and what can Pakistan do to try and get him back to the player he is?
Oh, look, I think, and again, I'll just reiterate, Azhar Ali's a quality player. So he'll go through these sort of form lapses, I guess. Technically, on wickets that bounce, I think we need to do a little bit of work. I think there was a trend. He was out 4 times, I think, pretty much the same way, and he admits it first up. You know, we chatted about it when he got out yesterday. He felt the line of Olafia just coming back in at him. He kept his gloves up when he should have been getting them down. But yeah, he's a quality player. As he goes away and plays for Somerset now, he'll have some time away from us, and then we'll reassess when we come in September. But as I say, you know, we've got pretty high standards as a Pakistan cricket team, and clearly we hate losing. So 3-0 down doesn't sit well. Certainly doesn't sit well with me, and I know it doesn't sit well with the dressing room. I can't, however, fault attitude, and I can't ever fault work ethic. The boys have worked incredibly hard on all their skills, and that's the squad that has put in all the effort and attitude. The guys have been fantastic. They've tried as hard as can be throughout this Test series. So from that sense, I'm proud of them. The other sense, as I say, standards, we can never accept losing a Test series.
Mickey, from your point of view, do you think the players, especially our batsmen, have to analyze themselves, their technique, their skills, or the batting coaches have to analyze themselves how to coach them?
No, I think leave the coaches alone. I think going to the coaches is pretty harsh. The amount of work that Grant Flower puts in with the batsmen, that's pretty harsh straight up. In terms of techniques, yes, of course we have to analyse. You know, there's a reason why no subcontinent teams ever won in South Africa. No subcontinent teams ever come and won a Test series here, simply because Asian guys stay leg side of the ball. In these conditions, you need to stay off side of the ball. If you're going to get out with the short ball, if you're leg side of the ball consistently. So I think that we try to develop a game plan around those batsmen's techniques, and to a point at least we scored, but we've got a lot of work to do. And again, as I said to a previous question, outside of our own conditions, we've got to find players with the skill set to manage the bouncing ball going forward. We play Sri Lanka and UAE in September, and then we play Australia in Australia straight after that. So we have to have our skill sets perfect to manage the bouncing ball by the time we get there.
Mickey, I know there was a lot of growing calls, especially from inside Pakistan, for the inclusion of forward happened. Do you think that could have been maybe the key to a little bit more wiser head on the side?
For the moment, the best batsmen in Pakistan are sitting in the dressing room. That answers the question.
Mickey,
Let's see.
Raz spoke about reassessing his captaincy after the series. What did you make of his captaincy throughout in terms of his leadership?
I said that, and this question always arrives at the end of a series. I've always said Sarfraz, he goes from strength to strength. You know, Sarfraz wants to lead from the front. Again, I thought his wicket keeping has been outstanding. His wicket keeping this series has been very, very good. So what we need is to get a good core of leaders around him, and if we can do that, you know, he'll go from strength to strength.
Mickey, you mentioned getting batsmen with the skill set to handle the bouncing ball. Are you satisfied that in Pakistan domestic setup, though, that they can duplicate those sort of conditions so you can actually...
No, I'm talking about before Australia, getting our test batsmen into Australia 3-4 weeks early. I shouldn't plan months ahead. Who knows? I might not be around there in September. There's a World Cup to go. So you know, I'm pretty realistic as to where we sit in terms of being a coach. But you've got to forward plan. We've already forward planned. We want to get our batters into Australia. We want to get them in there early into camps. That's the only way. That's the only way we can do it. And to be fair, you know, I think both batting units have battled the series. I think the difference has been Quinton de Kock at 7. I think Quinton de Kock at 7 has played some unbelievable match-changing innings. The one at Centurion, he played, I thought, exceptionally well, and then he's come in a difficult situation here and got 100. And that's been the difference, I think, between the two batting groups.
Mickey, in the last 2 years, Sarfraz hasn't missed a game in any format. With the 5 ODIs and 3 T20s coming up, if he gets a rest, do you know who might take over as captain?
Daniel, you've been probing me on the captaincy issue for a long time. Yes, I do, but I'm not telling you.
Thank you. Thank you.